Hello Capricorn, thank you for coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac, so as the cards are appearing in each house, then those are the influences that are coming to bear for you at this time. So now, bottom of the deck, your overall influence, which is coming through, is North Node, Life's Purpose. So there are elements in your chart which are pushing this agenda for you. So with the North Node, Life's Purpose, changes usually come in with this card in some way, shape or form, but all of it is to point you in the direction of your destiny and your purpose, and to get you on the right track for that. So this is about basically using your wisdom and timing, which you can apply after a long period of mastering life lessons. So from mastering or going through the difficulties of various types of life lessons, then you from that you gain wisdom, and you can use that from a timing aspect to bring about the various benefits which this card can bring you. So it really is a card of opportunity. It's a card of potential for great fulfillment, for actually finding your way forward, and possibly meeting people from your soul family as well, people that you will gel with and understand, and they will understand you, and they're going to assist you on your path. But it is a card of changes and a card of destiny. And so you will be able to apply all your life lessons that you've learned, everything that you've, harnessed, all the wisdom and everything that has come with all of those life lessons. You'll be able to apply them now and really push yourself forward to reach, really great fulfillment at this time. So now in the first house, we have Saturn return age. So your first house is everything to do with yourself, your physical body, your vitality, your life force. It's also what you project outwards to other people. What they perceive when they relate to you. So that's your observable characteristics, your personality, just how you come across to them in general. It's also, your own self-oriented interests. So everything to do with you and yourself. It's about your personal independence, how you're making your way, into the world, what's happening, your outlook, your attitude, how you meet the day, how you meet circumstances, and everything that you're moving forward with. So with Saturn return age, this is it implies that it's a return card. Saturn, really has a full revolution every 29 years. So depending on where you are in your life, whether it's the first come around or the second come around, always Saturn return brings issues to do with age. And this is really what has stood the test of time for you. So wherever you are in your life, what has stood the test of time, it also is about looking back in order to move forward. So when you look back, what can you gain from that? What wisdom and understanding can you gain from that? Because even if it was a year ago, where you are now at this moment in time, you will have gained something, some knowledge, some understanding, and you'll be seeing things very differently from when you were, or where you were a year ago. So it's wisdom from hindsight. This is about also expressing your authentic self, finding your authentic self. It's clarity on what you are supposed to do or what you were meant to do. And there's freedom in that. So Saturn does bring issues of that around, where you are, sort of looking at everything very carefully, and some of it may be painful. You may be going through difficult circumstances. But all of it is to point you in the direction of your authentic self, to bring you to that point where, you have some clarity on what it is you're supposed to be doing. So it's mastering of your goals. There's a release and a redirect energy, a correction energy with this card. So correction is the path that you have been on, or what you have been working on. You need to course correct, and move forward in a different direction, possibly release old patterns so that you can free up your energy so you can redirect. It's also about facing truths, all kinds of truths. So this is about being realistic about yourself and what you want to do in your life. And some of the truths may be very difficult to swallow at this time, or maybe very difficult to face, but it's best to do that now and not to delay, because, the next time Saturn comes around, then those truths are much harder to face, because they weren't adequately dealt with the first time around. So deal with them. Sort them out. Age issues may be coming up as well. So this is everything to do with aging, whether this is where you want to be in 20 years time, or how you want to retire, whatever is applicable for you, but it's also in the physical body. So this is, feeling older, perhaps looking a little older, going gray, that sort of thing. But ultimately it's about taking care of your body. So those are all the hard things, the strong things in your body, your skeletal structure, your teeth. Any issues to do with that, address them now. Looking after your vitamin D and your calcium and magnesium levels, all of this, the ligaments and the tendons in your body, everything that holds you up, everything that holds you together. Work on that. And if anything is coming up and it needs to be addressed, then deal with it now. Then in the first house, we have earth element stability. So the second house is your house of income. It's also the house of your self-worth and your values, your value systems. So what you value in yourself, what you value in other people, and what you value in your possessions and your ownership. It's all about ownership. This house also covers property and real estate, things like that. So with earth element stability, what you're going to be doing with this card, what it's trying to bring in for you, is to create a foundation for life. So you're busy with that right now. And this follows on from the first house card, because that's all about that. That's about getting rid of what's not working and focusing on what is working and building up things one brick at a time. And this follows on from that. So this is you needing to strengthen your foundations, strengthen your resolve, or strengthen whatever it is that you're working on, to stabilize, take responsibility, and to be reliable in all that you do. You need to be seen as reliable as well, because you're going to be proving yourself in some way in this house. This card is about the long game. This is not a quick fix, short-term thing. This is the long game, practical application, concerted effort. It also is about property and real estate, land, growing things. So you may be purchasing land and wanting to grow things for yourself, growing your own food or something like that, or propagating something to do with that. You could be making very good contacts at this time. You could be going into business at this time. These contacts are going to be very, very important for you. But one of the mindsets that does sometimes come with a predominance of earth, and you're already an earth sign, is plodding. So, plodding along in the same old trodden path, doing the same things over and over. What this card is urging you to do, if you're in that situation, is to let go of your fears and try new things. So you need to take action on those new things. You need to take action on sort of mastering new things, going in a different direction, trying different things, let going of your fears, to do with that. Sort of trying to step away from too fixed an outlook or fixed views about how things should be. And you're possibly not seeing how things could be, if you just loosen up a bit. So being overly serious and so on. This card is also about getting organized. So restructuring, getting organized, applying, a sort of a systematic approach to everything that you want to do. Then in the third house, we have Capricorn IUs, another earthy card coming in. And this is, your own energy coming in here, but it's in the third house. The third house is normally dominated by Mercury. It's an air house. So it's quick moving, fast moving energy. And with the Capricorn coming in there, this is about, harnessing that sort of stability, but applying it, as I said, in new ways. So with your third house, this is your house of communication, all forms of communication, whether it's written, verbal, online. It could even be body language, however you express yourself. So it's to do with your people around you currently in any way, whichever way that is, can be close or sort of work environment or just people you're meeting in general, but it can also be on a public level or a large audience. You could be relating in some way to people like that. It's also certain family members in your environment. So this is aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and relatives in general, but also neighbors can come in on this as well, because the third house covers your environment, right? So it also covers short trips. If you do go on a short trip, it will be sort of to a mountainous area, somewhere high up, possibly as well, just to get away. But this is really a building card. This is about moving up in the world. This is about harnessing your contacts, meeting powerful people, getting your contact list sorted out. This is a card of ambition. It's a card of status and reputation. So you're going to be working on that in some way, shape or form. And your communication obviously is going to be very important. How you communicate with these people, how you are, actually gaining ground, how you're moving up in the world, how you communicate is hugely important. And your reputation is very important as well. There's a systematic approach required here. So have a plan about how you're going to go about this. So it's also about stepping up and being present with your goals, with what is going on around you and what you want. Things are going to unfold at their own pace. They can't be rushed. This is a slow moving energy. You need to be strategic. And if there are any sort of legal issues, which can sometimes come with Capricorn, or some kind of outcome which you are waiting for, it will be a just and a fair outcome, because that is always the case with Capricorn. So, as I said, this is a moving and shaking card, but it's more strategic. It's more systematic about how you go about this. The third house can also be about signing or getting involved with documents and contracts of all kinds. As I said, there's an ambitious energy, this Capricorn. So, you may be really looking at things the long-term goal and how to get there, and the systematic approach. Then in the fourth house, we have South Node, Life's Debts. So this is the opposite of the North Node, which came in as a sort of an overall influence. South Node, Life's Debts, this is your fourth house. It's coming in, it's your home and family. So it's your home, your actual home structure. And it's also the sort of atmosphere in the home, the people in your home. And it's also your relationship with your family, your ancestry, your roots, your foundation, your ethnic identity. It's your relationship with that, where you've come from. So, and that can be past lives as well. It could come in that. And with the South Node card, it's especially highlighted for past lives. So, with South Node, Life's Debts, what this is about is, and I feel you're going to need to, this is again very, very important. The same thing came up for Sagittarius. Very, very important at this time to do this, what it's asking you to do, because then you'll be able to harness a great many other areas of your chart, and really, really make great leaps forward and make incredible progress. But this is a baggage card. This is what's holding you back. So something in this environment needs to be to be dealt with. So let go of the old to make way for the new. Endings and beginnings are appropriate with this card. Something is holding you back, whatever has been holding you back, whether it's issues to do with your family or where you've come from or your background. Something may be holding you back there, or it's your relationship with that past, or it could be with your actual home environment currently. Something needs to be changed up and you need to move on in some way. So you need to drop the baggage, whatever baggage you're carrying from the past, and to do with family and the home. You need to drop this baggage, so that you are free to move on to better things. So a doorway to the future will only open up, but the past must be released. So you need to settle it. You need to forgive what needs to be forgiven. Let bygones be bygones. Put to bed certain issues. It really is a turning point, this card. It's a massive turning point. You'll feel out of your comfort zone, out of your rut, because you'll be forced out with this card. It will force you out. So rather make the changes willingly, do what you can willingly. And you need to take advantage of any changes that it brings in, as however painful or difficult they may seem. They're all for your greatest good and your highest good. And this is going to propel you forward now into the future. But you're going to have to deal with these different aspects that need to be dealt with. So there may be a loss of some kind and then a fresh start following soon after. But it's the process that you go through to bring that fresh start into you. So if you are aware that things need to be changed, there's certain aspects that you need to deal with them willingly. But otherwise it will be forced upon you in some way. Again, soul family comes in. So this is people that you have a deep understanding with, or you have deep soul contracts with. Perhaps they're finishing up now and they need to move on, or new ones are coming in, or you're just going to have support. You're going to be meeting people who have deep connections with you in some way. So yes, there is support there, but endings and beginnings are appropriate right now. Okay, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time. Take care.